and hand over to Eric Robinson now, who will give an update on the VS Code debugger. Hi, Eric. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. And thank you for helping us and the developer community again with updating the ExtendScript debugger. Take it away.
All right. So we're getting ready to release the version 2.1 of the ExtendScript debugger. It really has just one major feature, which is the fact that it has Apple Silicon support. This is it running right now in VS Code on my machine. And if we check out the version here, we see that we're on ARM64. A lot of you have probably already tested this out. It's in release candidate status, and we've had a bunch of good positive feedback about it. But I'm just going to quickly show off that it works. Effectively, I've got this alert script. I've got InDesign up here. I'm just going to launch this script in InDesign. And we see that the debugger is now broken on this line where I had set the breakpoint. I can step over and see that the debug console is working, and I can get the alert when I hit that button. The next major feature, it's sort of a quasi-major feature. This is something that's going to be more interesting for fellow VS Code extension developers, I think. But the OMV dictionary was a big feature from the original ESTK. That is not something that we had the bandwidth to support for Visual Studio Code ourselves. However, we've since added, whoops, that's not the right command. That was also not the right command. There we go. We have added a command to get the OMV dictionary to the command palette here. And it's a VS Code command, so there's more about that in just a second. But if I click this, I can now find all the applications that are installed, and I can click InDesign. These are all the versions of the OMV dictionary that the application supports. I'll click the latest one, and it will grab that file. You'll see a little blue thing moving across the top here. It's auto-formatting XML, so that now we can see a nicely formatted XML document with all of the details and the API documentation that InDesign supports. This is neat. It's not terribly browsable. Like you can look up, I don't know, destination. There's too many of those. I don't know, alignment, and jump around through the source code or the documentation. This way, if you're looking for something, that's okay. What really we designed these commands for is for a third party to come in and create and maintain their own extension. So this is something that you won't be reliant upon Adobe to handle. This is going to be a thing where you can use the same commands that are right now. You can see them in the changelog. They're right here. They're documented. All the parameters are in the README. But basically, you can use those to create and power your own UI if you want to do that. And we're hoping that somebody in the community will find this important enough and valuable enough to implement it. We don't have the time or bandwidth at the moment, but it is something we wanted to make possible for the community to handle if possible. That's basically it. Other than that, it's mainly that we now have ARM support, so you don't have to deal with the slow version of VS Code when you run this thing. The feedback so far has been extremely positive. And as ever, let us know if you run into any problems. That's it.
Thank you so much, Eric. This is great, and now available for everyone. And it took us a while to get this built, not you. So yeah, thanks for this, and hope everybody can enjoy it. And now, greetings to the friends of Apple who now can sell their Apple Silicon machines to Adobe developers, since we have this version available. Thank you so much. And we switch to the Creative Cloud product teams. We have updates for InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop. And we start with InDesign, and welcome Rachit on stage. Rachit, good evening. How are you? We just need to unmute you just a second. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm good. How are you, Ingo?
I'm doing fine. It's getting warm here now, but we're enjoying the event. Take it away and we saw from internet a little bit, and what's new for InDesign ecosystem.
So you can see my screen and it's not in the presentation mode, right?
It is, and if you see, can you share the other? So we don't, we just see the small window and all the windows or the slides below that.
Okay, just a minute. Let me share it again.
So while Rachit is resharing, we heard it from internet already. Yeah, oh, here we are. That's perfect. So
Perfect.
take it
Okay.
away. Yep.
So yeah, good morning and good evening, everyone, depending on where you're joining from. Very happy to see you all. I'm Rachit Mathur, and I will be providing you InDesign product updates. So we will give you a glimpse of what we have done and planned for this year. These are the four key themes which I will cover today. Now we will deep dive into each one of them, starting with the core capabilities. So we have been investing a lot in modernizing the core capabilities of InDesign, be it typography, layout design capabilities, performance, and more. This is one of our most important pillars, and as I would like to call it, it's the soul of InDesign. This basically what makes us the leaders in the publishing industry. So here I will be highlighting the top deliverables that we have done or planned for this year. So starting with the convert PDF to InDesign document, this is one of the most requested feature on user voice, and we understand why. It becomes extremely cumbersome to make layout changes when you don't have the source file and only the final PDF is available, or say you want to save time by not having to recreate something from scratch, or maybe you want to use a PDF as a base during ideation. All these scenarios, this feature comes to rescue. By converting a PDF into an editable INDD document, users can edit text, graphics, tables, tinker with the paragraph, character styles, and everything. So this is already available as beta in InDesign public release. Then we have math expressions. We have added math expression support in InDesign last October, and that was the phase one of this feature. Now we have the phase two. One of the biggest blockers while using the MathML is the need to have existing knowledge of the MathML itself. So to tackle that, we are providing full-fledged on-canvas creation and editing functionality via the updated Math panel. This While this requires no knowledge of MathML, a valid MathML will always be in sync with the on-canvas expressions. So the MathML users will always have the option to edit the expressions via the MathML code. Let me tell you, MathML is import is scriptable while the MathML expressions are not. Then let's move to Flex containers. Our huge number of users use InDesign for creating digital documents. Hence, it is very important for us to cater to such unique needs of InDesign first for the digital first layouts like responsive design, reflowable layouts. So to cater to these needs, we are working on a new feature called Flex containers. So this essentially is a parent-child container paradigm. So that lets you define parameters like padding, spacing between the child containers, orientation of the child containers, thus giving users much more control and ability to stay consistent across the layouts. So this also gives the layout the flexibility to reorganize as per the screen size or other responsive triggers. Then we have the support for the pass-through printing, PDF pass-through printing. This is specifically for Windows. Now, InDesign can directly send a pre-rendered PDF to a printer without the need of going through an intermediary printer language format like PostScript of printer driver-specific GDI. So using the PDF, the printer will be able to generate the high quality print. This makes the printing process much more efficient, ensures consistency across all platforms, and results in much more accurate printing, which is specifically noticeable when you're working with the complex documents. So this also provides support for modern functionalities like digital signatures, restricted print settings and encryption. Then InDesign is committed to more and more accessibility fixes and features year on year. So we understand how important it is for the users that InDesign has the capability to create accessible outputs. So last year, we made significant strides in EPUB's accessibility, and we are delivering and the accessibility features and fixes for EPUBs as well as for PDFs, and not just accessibility in export formats. We have also spent a lot in accessibility enhancements in the product. So we want to ensure that the panels and the plethora of options that we have is accessible for everyone. Coming to CEP to EXP transition as part of the broader shift from the legacy CEP platform to the modern and better performing EXP platform, which Indranil already mentioned. So we have already started with one of our key features in InDesign, that is publish online, and it is made up of three CEP extensions. This migration served as uh, more than just a feature update. It became a blueprint for migrating all CEP extensions that InDesign have to UXP. This will not only improve the overall architecture, but it will essentially enhance the performance and future proof the application. And talking about the performance, we understand how important it is to users. So we are planning to deep dive into, to give InDesign a big performance boost. So we are taking a holistic approach and considering multiple initiatives for this. So we are investing on architecture improvements, multi-threading, and you will notice, the improvements in performance of opening the app, handling of long form data, and many, many more scenarios. Continuing on the theme of the performance enhancement, we have a great news for Windows users. So again, this is one of the most voted user asks in user voice, and we have built a GPU support for Windows. It's available in 20.4. It's already released. We have made the experience of Windows users as fluid as it can be, like for the Mac users. And this enables the things like animated zoom, faster rendering, scrolling, panning, and all those good things. And in the end, what's the use of the new features and performance if the application keeps crashing? So rest assured, we have been noticing your feedback. We plan to spend significant efforts in enhancing the stability of InDesign. So it is extremely important for us that InDesign remains a reliable, stable application with minimal data loss. Coming to next pillar, as a company, we have achieved multiple breakthrough innovations in Gen AI. So we have already brought that magic to InDesign as well with the text to image and generative expand features. We are continuing our investment in Gen AI, and we really believe that this can be extremely helpful for the users for their existing or new workflows. So we are working on a couple of great features which can be very helpful. Let's dive in. Well, first one is generative fill. With generative fill, you can apply contextual effects to shapes, text, vectors, using a text prompt and the shapes of the assets as the input. This is the key differentiator between the Photoshop's GenFill and the InDesign. That we are taking the shape also of the asset also in consideration. So this enables users to quickly add contextual imagery on text or shape and be in line with the brand or the overall theme of the document. Second one is Gen Alt Text. So as I mentioned in the earlier, in the core theme, accessibility is extremely important for us. And with this feature, we are leveraging the power of Gen AI to generate alt text. So right now, especially in long form documents, it becomes very tedious to go to each and every image and write a alt text to meet the accessibility standards. So we are going to ship the generate alt text feature, which will essentially generate all the alt text for each image that is there in the document, which you can review later and change as per the requirements. So these are the two things which I'm calling out for the generative things, but there are other things as well that we are doing using Agentix. So going over to collaboration, copy collaboration. So we are bringing in copy on web and primary application. So this will allow seamless collaboration between copywriters and the designers. And we have introduced multiple enhancements like document level editing, on canvas editing, and performance improvements. Coming to InDesign API, so we have talked about core capabilities, Gen AI, and we have covered collaboration. Now let's talk about InDesign APIs. Um, these enable enterprise SMBs to automate repetitive, time-intensive design tasks. I want to share with this group that InDesign APIs are now live and it's bundled with the Firefly APIs. And currently, we have out of the box capabilities like renditions and data merge. And we also have custom script APIs as well, which enables script execution via APIs. And finally, InDesign API is integrated with Workfront and Gen Studio. So that's all I wanted to cover in this presentation. This is a quick glimpse of what we have delivered and planning to deliver in 2025. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Rashid. This was a great overview. Thank you so much. What you also shared recently in the office hours was that your team migrated from CP to UXP yourself. So you migrated the Publish Online plugin, which was great. And we covered this in the office hours and we'll post this on the developer YouTube channel. Thank you so much. We
Thank you.
go to the next, we cover InDesign we just covered, Illustrator and Photoshop. So I'm not sure, asking Yannick, is Koustav here? So then let's bring Koustav. Hi, Koustav. Good to see you.
Yeah, hi, Igor. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Um, let us know what's new for Illustrator or what's relevant for developers.
Perfect. Let me know if you can see my screen
Yes, I can see it.
and let me know if it is in the
Yep,
whole
that's
view.
that's perfect. Presentation mode. Take it away.
Perfect. Uh, Hello, everyone. Good morning and good evening. So, I am Koustav, product manager in Adobe Illustrator. I recently joined, and thanks Ingo for this platform to share what Illustrator is doing for 2025 with all the developers and all our users. So we started with a motto or the vision statement that we want to make Illustrator rock solid for our C pros. And we chose three key areas where we wanted to focus on this year. It starts with performance and stability. Uh, we have heard multiple times, and we know that Illustrator is a single core, a single thread app, and we wanted to make it multi-thread for better performance. So that's the one of the key pillars that we focused. Second is modernization and the community ask. So we reviewed our user voice forums and all the features that the users have been asking, and we focused on that. And the third is the GenAI innovation and the new features that we are bringing in GenAI. So I'll cover each in more details. So in Project Elixir, how we did go about making Illustrator fast, and this is the entire roadmap and this is the entire work that we have figured out for ourselves. So we took a workflow approach where a user comes and launches the document till the time they finalize and export, and we picked up areas where we think we can make it more quick and fast for users. So as you can see, app launch, document open, canvas size setup. We are making these actions fast. Similarly, if you see the core section where the user is actually creating shape creation, typography, and coloring, we are actually making faster editing experience, working with compound parts and moving and panning and transforming on the canvas itself will become much more faster once we complete this project Prisma, once we complete project Elixir. So we have delivered few things till now, and we have more to deliver. I won't go into the details as we have more things to share with you guys. So the next section is stability. Along with the performance, we are also working on stability, and these are the goals that we have set for us to reduce the abnormal crash rate and also auto healing Illustrator in case of a event crash. The second is Project Prisma. This project deals with modernizing the existing features as well as bringing new capabilities in three core areas. So we choose the highest used features in Illustrator in terms of MAU. and what our C Pro users are mainly focused on and uses extensively while designing. So we went through all the forums that we have, from user voice to the community pages, and then with that decision we took into account snapping, color, and artboard. So in snapping, we are bringing new features like snap artboard edges, show smart guidance, snap to grid, snap to stroke thickness, as well as some features which are upcoming, which is snap to path on collision, where you can see if you collide an object, it will snap. And always also, we have heard from our users that snapping settings are all over the place. So we're bringing new and enhanced snapping consolidation, a one place where you can see all your snapping settings and you can just control it from there. The next is color. Again, we went through all the color workflows that our users have, and we figured out that there is a dire need for consolidation of the color panel and the color wheel. We have also added document colors in your swatches panel, where you can see all the colors that you have used in your current document. We have added the zoom view picker. We are working on gradients to start not just from grayscale but actually colors, and also we have improved the eyedropper tool visibility in multiple touch points. Coming to artboard, this is something really close to me because I'm working on this. So in artboard enhancements, we are making Illustrator rock solid for you to work on multiple artboards in a single document. So we are introducing changes like on canvas renaming of artboard. So now you can see artboard names on the canvas itself. You don't have to go into the artboard tool. Improved artboard level guides. Background color of artboard is one of the most requested features that users draw rectangles while putting colors. Can you give a color to the background? Enhanced affordance, lock hide artboard. This is another also requested feature where you have the ability to lock and hide your artboard, as well as surfacing some controls upfront. We are actually revamping the properties panel to show more relevant controls to you. So this actually deals with the uh, project Prisma, which is the modernization, and we are also meeting with users, and we are following these user channels where free release, user voice, and the customer panels where we have 25 members who are kind of core groups who are using this feature, and these features will be released in 3 phases till max. You will have all these features which we have listed available to you. The next is Gen AI innovation. So most of you must know recently we introduced Gen Expand, where you can change your aspect ratio in just one click. Uh, do give it a try. It's available in the latest release of Illustrator, and also the team is working on Project Turntable, and we'll share some updates soon with you guys on that. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Developers Live. Developers Live. Developers Live.